Hello, Crossway family. Let me begin today's devotional by asking a question. How are you getting yourselves prepared to celebrate Jesus on Easter Sunday? You see, in today's passage, which comes from Mark chapter 14, verses 12 through 16, there was a conversation between Jesus and his disciples where they talk about the how, the where, and who to meet to get ready for the Passover meal that they are going to partake in together later that evening. Now, just in case we're not so familiar with the Passover it is a symbolic meal that tells the story of the Israelites' liberation from slavery out of Egypt, which is celebrated through the death of a Passover lamb. Now, there's a word that I want to highlight. It's the word prepare. And here's the reason why. I get excited when someone invites me over for a meal, mainly because that means they're going to feed me something delicious. There's an expectation that comes from an invitation, isn't there? You don't get invited over to someone's house expecting them to reheat leftovers, but rather something thought out and prepared. You see, when you are preparing a meal for others, you generally are going to put an effort into it. You want to make sure that it's going to taste good and amazing, and it's not just edible. In a similar way, when you yourself are preparing to eat a meal at someone's place, you're not going to eat something that's going to kill your appetite an hour before, are you? No, you're going to go prepared to eat a delicious meal, not just because you were invited, but because you're prepared to eat, enjoy, and be in one another's company. This passage is a reminder that Good Friday and Easter can just come and go like any other normal Sunday or Friday. And the irony of the passage to me is that the Passover meal that is talked about in this passage was that instead of killing a lamb to celebrate, Jesus was going to be killed for us to celebrate him moving forward. One of the main things that hit home for me in reading this passage is that Jesus, knowing that he was going to be crucified, still he had no worries, no concerns. He wasn't distracted. In fact, he relished this opportunity to celebrate with his disciples, which tells me that no matter what our circumstances are, we should always be ready and willing to observe a moment to draw closer to him with every opportunity that we have. Church, Jesus is inviting us to come and celebrate who he is in our lives. Let me encourage us as we observe this Passion Week together. Let's prepare ourselves for what the Lord has to offer us this coming weekend. God bless.